Have you ever wondered how Islam came to Nigeria? Why it is far more common in the north than the south? Was it spread by force like some people say? Was it introduced by colonization? Or did it come peacefully? Today, we will break the entire story down clearly, step by step, from the 7th century until modern times. Before we begin, please like, subscribe, and comment your country and your religion. I might make a video explaining how your own faith reached your ancestors. Now, let's start from the very beginning. Islam started in the Arabian Peninsula in the 7th century. Within just 100 years, Muslims have spread across North Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria, Morocco, and Libya. These new Muslim regions later connected Africa through long-distance trade, scholarship, travel, migration. From here, Islam slowly moved southwards into the Sahara and eventually toward West Africa. But listen carefully. Islam reached West Africa almost entirely through traders, not armies. Many people think the Sahara Desert kept Africans apart. But in reality, the Sahara was one of the biggest trade highways in ancient history. Caravans of hundreds of camels traveled from Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, down into Mali, Niger, Chad, northern Nigeria. These traders carried salt, cloth, metal, books, and they bought gold, leather, horses, kola nuts, and slaves. As they traded, they also shared their religion, education, and culture. Islam reached the areas around modern Nigeria before the year 1000. The earliest documented contact was with the Kanem Empire, east of Lake Chad. Arab geographers of the 9th and 10th century wrote that Kanem rulers traded with Muslim merchants. They interacted with scholars. They adopted Islamic practices gradually. This is the oldest Islamic influence in Nigerian history. By the 11th century, Islam became the official religion of the ruling class in the Kanem-Bornu Empire. The ruler Ejimi was among the first to adopt Islam. But the most famous Islamic leader was Idris Aloma, 1580-1617. Look in built mosques, invited scholars, established Quranic schools, reformed justice using Islamic principles, encouraged pilgrimage to Mecca. Bornu became a major Islamic center in Africa for centuries. This was hundreds of years before Nigeria became a country. From Bornu, Islam moved westwards into the Hausa city-states, Kano, Katsina, Zaria, Daura, Gobir, Rano. At first, it was mainly the ruling class and traders who accepted Islam. But by the 14th, 15th century, Hausaland had Islamic judges, alkali courts, scholars and teachers, mosques, Arabic writing and record keeping. By 1450, the Sultan of Kano, Muhammadu Rumfa, made Islam stronger, built mosques, and invited North African scholars. Katsina later became one of the great Islamic learning centers in West Africa. For hundreds of years, Islam in Nigeria grew slowly but peacefully. It spread through traders, marriages, teachers, traveling scholars, migration. There was almost no war connected to its spread in Nigeria during this early period. Islam blended with Hausa culture and traditions to form a unique northern identity. Now, this is the part many people misunderstand. Yes, there was a jihad, but Islam was already in Nigeria for 800 years before that. Usman Fodio's movement was mainly a religious reform, a protest against corrupt kings, an effort to purify Islamic practice. a call for justice and accountability. His followers defeated several Hausa rulers and established the Sokoto Caliphate, the largest Islamic state in West Africa. The Sokoto Caliphate expanded education, built Quranic schools, produced thousands of scholars, spread Islamic law, became a major center of learning. But it did not introduce Islam to Nigeria. It strengthened what already existed. While Islam had been in the north for centuries, it reached the southwest through a different path. Yoruba people first encountered Islam through Mali traders, Nupe merchants, Hausas living in Yoruba towns, returning freed slaves from Brazil and Sierra Leone, Yoruba people who traveled north for trade. By the 18th and 19th centuries, Islam had become widespread in Ilorin, Oyo, Lagos, Ijebu, Ibadan, Epe. Unlike the north, Islam in the southwest grew without war and blended with Yoruba culture, creating long-lasting Muslim communities. Islam faced challenges spreading in the far south and east because 1. Dense rainforests blocked ancient northern trade routes. 2. Southern kingdoms had strong indigenous religions. 3. European missionaries arrived early and promoted Christianity. 4. The trans-Saharan influence never reached far into the forest region. This is why Nigeria today has a majority Muslim north, a mixed southwest, a mostly Christian south and southeast. It was shaped by geography, trade, and history, not war. When Britain colonized Nigeria, they did not bring Islam. Islam already dominated the north. The British actually protected the Sokoto Caliphate's structures, used northern emirs as indirect rulers, limited Christian missionary activities in the north, preserved Islamic law in personal matters. This allowed Islam to remain strong and organized. Meanwhile, Christianity expanded quickly in the south because missionaries had more freedom there. Today, Islam is practiced by most of northern Nigeria, about half of the southwest, and growing communities in other regions. It has shaped Nigerian culture, politics, architecture, education, traditions, clothing, identity. Unlike some countries, Nigeria has a long, peaceful, and complex Islamic history based on trade, migration, and scholarship rather than foreign invasion. So now you know, Islam came to Nigeria not through colonization, not through Middle Eastern armies, not mainly through force, but through centuries of trade, education, and movement of people. It is a religion deeply tied to Nigerian history for over 1,000 years. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment your country and your religion. I may make a full history of your own faith next. History connects us, knowledge frees us, and understanding brings peace.